I've seen the power of word manifest through the voice of one man, and wise was he who allowed only fruits of righteousness to fall from his lips, for he knew the tongue to be a sharp and bitter flame that will burn a person's soul if not controlled. So here stood this wise man, whose only mission this life was to spread his God-given wealth of perpetual truth to those who would take heed to the bonded word and not be obliviously deceived by the carnal diversions of these here Babylonian times. For it was prudence that allowed his eyes to remain focused on the prize. Therefore, he understood that this prize was indeed intangible, unmovable, imperishable, this prize, given by word, obtained by word, spoken by word, positive and simple, positively simple, word.
I signify the days, man. S-O-N. This is a dedication. People of illusion on a quest for the realistic life, born bred to be ill, elevated from the roots of my culture, raised out the soil of the earth. That's my words boil deep into your head. The shine of my shell bleeds sparks that prevail. Thoughts erupt and explode, never exploit. Lifestyles of the intelligent elements of my folks provoke, gambling with time on a daily toke. Original beings are endangered species, mangled by the media, feeding the bullshit in your eardrums. Table crumbs, self-made bums, dumb motherfuckers trying to calculate the sums. In your freestyle, two-faced individual, only ego tripping, reflect off residual, talking hypocritical, spirit minus mystical, visions too blurry, sir, we got a criminal. What the hell is this? Jealous, overzealous, rhyme sellers, tell us who stole hip-hop. What the hell is this? Jealous, overzealous, rhyme sellers, tell us who stole hip-hop. Ready to go. I'll be back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, drop me off at the station. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll be back, you know what I'm saying? Alright, got ready, got my stuff. Yeah, I just gotta find somebody I know. Got my plane ticket, out the front door, flight one destination, planet elevation. Meet me at the station, we on a journey, face it. What's next with no turning back? Hey yo, I left my rhyme book planted in my mind. No evidence, impossible to find. Along the timeline, straight to the divine. Peace to my crew, yo, I'll be back in no time. Fed up with this misplacing the lost art forms, plagued by the bullshit on your local airwaves. I fight for the freedom of your mental slave states. Back in the day, with the use I contemplate. State what I mean, what you mean, and only the realistic gifted verses are twisted into my interpretations, expressions. Now tell me, do you want to follow up on this life-born quest? Now I'm reacting with the mic. I begin search for this perception, perceiving, leaving me breathing in the abyss. Do you want to follow up on this life-born quest? Now I'm reacting with the mic. I be in search along a thin line, trying to find a time swirl, feeling lost in colossal worlds. Do you want to follow up on this life-born quest? Now I'm reacting with the mic. I be in search for this perception, perceiving, leaving me breathing in the abyss. Do you want to follow up on this life-born quest? Now I'm reacting with the mic. I be in search along a thin line, trying to find the time swirl, feeling lost in colossal world. Now my definition of elevation, facing the center of solar beams to melt the polar caps. I attach myself into the beat. As it breaks, I take equal doubt steps, not on collapse, tip to rip. Any individual, mythological notations and ancient artifacts, I react on point blank like torpedo blows to decompose structures that don't seem to fluctuate with the flow of things. I bring light, but first I ignite on insight. Highly dangerous crossbones that make you think twice about entering zones. Not to be condoned or confused for the abuse of Eson. S-O-N, S-O-N. I live for the day. Days, let me ask you one more time. Do you want to follow up on this life-born quest? Now I'm reacting with the mic. I begin search for this perception, perceiving, leaving me breathing in the abyss. Do you want to follow up on this life-born quest? Now I'm reacting with the mic. I be in search for this. In search.
Oh shit, audio pharmacy. Those are my niggas. I like this group right here. Hell yeah. It's an important band.
Every day we holler, trying to make a dollar, but we never get nowhere if we follow. Every day we holler, sitting on the corner, sacrifice the innocence for the dollar. Every day we holler, trying to make a dollar, but we never get nowhere if we follow. Every day we holler, sitting on the corner, sacrifice the innocence for the dollar. Yeah, yeah. I send my love unto my comrades in the Philistines. I send my love unto my people in the Philippines. I to my warriors in the north and the brown and green. Down south, same thing, every place in between. Break the monotony, babies living in poverty. Unless you want the res, you want some occupied property. I speak it properly, break the levees on mainstream. The rivers raged untamed by your slave dreams. Holla, can you hear the spirits calling out? I hear you holla. Never with the fear, without a doubt, I hear you holla. Breaking down the walls that captivate, I hear you holla. Never will I fall, let me hear you holla. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Every day we holler, trying to make a dollar, but we never get nowhere if we follow. Every day we holler, sitting on the corner, sacrifice the innocent for the dollar. Every day we holler, trying to make a dollar, but we never get nowhere if we follow. Every day we holler, sitting on the corner, sacrifice the innocent for the dollar.
From the pyramids to the projects, check the path. We from the holy lands, living in the slums. Do the math, royalty and welfare, another form of slavery. Descendants of kings and queens, our legacy is bravery. The spirits in the eyes, I know we strong. The truth is right there, but the road is long. Many can't relax, not sure where they belong. Wanna do right, often end up doing wrong. Distracted from the truth by boobs and thorns. Real heads still trying to figure what the hell went wrong. You look and expect the truth, keep your boots laid strong. Yo, let your peoples know exactly what goes on. Things and times change, so your word is your born. That's the reason I'm spitting these words up in this song,
But thou seest only the dark illusions of thy worldly self. Press forward and think only of truth. Look not behind thee, nor let thy mind swerve from thy holy resolution. Great is the quest which thou hast entered upon, even the mighty conquest of thyself.
Master of ceremony, I'm only one, I bear the lonely road that I walk. Talk to myself, am I prepared to die? Impaired by the lies, scared of the skies, it's the only thing infinite besides the holy king. The whole thing's intricate, intimate discussing, into which I put my trust into. The suckers rusting, I would like to implement concussions. Disgusting how we fuss and fight, I must invite the just and right, adjusting my sight, breaking the silence and shed light. I take away the violence with the science and shred mics. DJ mix the plate, it's too late for me to fix the fake. How many times I calculated hours? 168 a week, I speak without leads. For all the children outreach, you never catch an MC like Blame, stranded without beats. It's not the word to play, so let me say that I'm about peace. You never catch some phony type of slang out of my mouthpiece. People talking ghetto but don't know a thing about streets. I certainly will not be there to catch you when your clout peaks. Speak without the alpha and omega, you're without speech. Walk without the most and you'll mostly see your route cease. Options stop when you stop looking in yourself. The only thing that ever made me happy was my inner wealth. And if I fuck up tonight, then I'ma wait for dawn. Wash away my evil deeds every time I make a song.
I'm from a time where every song was righteous.
Drop it right now, it's infinite data.
Take every day that comes my way for what it's worth.
Ready to rock your shit, clock stick, your days are numbered.
It's music to my ears, I'm immune to this shit.
Blow up the west like fucking.
I take my beakers out the lab, trying to reach you with the gift of gab. Hit you with a swifter jab. No, I'm not pissed or mad, but I missed the math the way we used to formulate. Everybody's caught up and trying to Californicate. The music, the more I make, I used to inform the fake. Now I just want to play and serve what you suckers hate. A healthy dosage, a high voltage, a west coast explosive. You're corroded like onychomacosis, and I'm not only ferocious, I'm also humble. I walk in light and watch Babylon crumble while I'm under one groove. Nobody gets gets hurt, no one move. Put your money on the table, son, and show improve. Give me a minute and I'll get rid of your gimmicks. Wash away the sin of the cynics. Every time a verse is printed, my whole crew's authentic. Your shit is rented, borrow bitten a percentage. What other motherfuckers invented? My words are globe, try to show me your flow's hotter. I'm trying to influence the culture like Bambada, a cool hurt. So go ahead, run your jewels dirt. Give me your watch, your Timberlands and your new shirt. Cause you certainly do not deserve to protect the culture I must preserve. So go ahead, Nazi, flash the red, gold and green. All the guards get the little kids a little self-esteem.
I'm from a time where every song was righteous.
Popping right now, it's infinite data. Take every day that comes my way for what it's worth.
Ready to rock the shit. Clock tick, your days are numbered.
It's music to my ears, I'm immune to this shit. Blow up the rest like fucking.
On my side.
Yeah. 06 404 Interstate Connect. Collaborate, translate.
Collaborate, translate.
Source of label micronauts. What's up? Yo, check it.
Dealing with life and dealing with mics and raising our seeds and such. Stay in touch with the essence that's truly divine. I self-word, saying yes, y'all, we shine. Dealing with life and dealing with mics and raising our seeds and such. Stay in touch with the essence that's truly divine. I self-word, saying yes, y'all, we shine. Come on. Dealing with life and dealing with mics and raising our seeds and such. Stay in touch with the essence that's truly divine. So to live my mic, not for time. 4/21/69, earthbound, amplify the sound when chromosomes connect. 23 from the X, 23 from the Y. Every day that I breathe, I praise the Most High. Visualize the unseen, unheard. I'm tuning in, transmit frequencies from beginning to end. The only son of Gwen, two daughters in the middle, well versed with the rhythm and rhyme. It's on time. Emerald City where I dwell, drop gems and shine. Line after line, time after time. Straight hope for mine, manifest the divine divinity. Holy Trinity exists with an I and I. No need a front fly, brother. Why ask why? My crew is JSIRI. Job Siri, y'all hear me? Independent underground boy, check the sound. 206 404 Interstate Connect. Collaborate, translate, niggas are the great. Kalia be the queen and our sons on deck. Source of labor, micronauts, eternally rock fresh, y'all. 206 404 Interstate Connect. Collaborate, translate, niggas are the great. Kalia be the queen and our sons on deck. Source of labor, micronauts, eternally rock fresh, y'all. Dealing with life and dealing with mics and raising our seeds and such. Stay in touch with the essence that's truly divine. I self-word, so yes, y'all, we shine real high. Dealing with life and dealing with mics and raising our seeds and such. Stay in touch with the essence that's truly divine. I self-word, so yes, y'all, we shine. Come on.
I blaze straight from a planet to Earth in 70, heavenly. Straight hit with black power medley, strong like acetylene. Gas torching, scorching crates, no grass on the front lawn. Chilling on porches, my upbringing. Never down, mom singing. Carrying clothes, blocks to the laundromat, clinging folds and holding responsibility like miss out for busting. No vehicle busting. All classes, queens and jeans with fat action. Ask him, I sell for satisfaction. Relax, son, I seen shit the grown man couldn't peep. At the age of so-and-so, South Cali, go and tell. Who can you go and tell? Mental on swell, professional extraditer. Ain't going extra wide, the lyrics is extra tied to hide and go get it. I'm committed to ransack, we attack. A father, a poet, we smoking a mow it. Artists reaching to fall this off the market. Rhyme to get mine, walls won't collapse. Pay bills we build with a house on the hill, self-irrigated. Far from drama for the youth, house with no roof. That shit's uncouth, I regulate it. Deep inside meditated, never hated. Straight bounce, roll skated.
Dealing with life and dealing with mics and raising our seeds and such. Stay in touch with the essence that's truly divine. I self-word, saying yes, y'all, we shine real high. Dealing with life and dealing with mics and raising our seeds and such. Stay in touch with the essence that's truly divine. I self-word, saying yes, y'all, we shine. Come on. Dealing with life and dealing with mics and raising our seeds and such. Stay in touch with the essence that's truly divine. So the way my mic connects, what time we shine. What y'all, look high. Y'all, look high. Y'all, look high. Y'all. That's y'all. 1, 2 in the full interstate connect. Collaborate, translate. Niggas eye on the V-box. Source of labor, Mykonos, this is how we rock. One time, love and light. Sakina and Aash, Pu'am Kali. Upindu Selassie, I, yes, I. What? Raising our seeds and such.
Thou hast conquered and overcome. The great enemy, even self, thou hast slain. The great darkness, even the darkness of ignorance, thou hast dispersed. The great veil, even the veil of illusion, thou hast torn asunder. Henceforth thou shalt walk in the way of knowledge. Thou shalt dwell with peace. Thou shalt bask in the light of immortality. Rise up, Son of Truth, and my divine dignity. Put on the shining life of righteousness, for thou art no longer self, thou art truth. Thy deeds will be according to the eternal, and thou wilt be a beacon to mankind.
Fight to fight the fight. And though my people may not be many,
take refuge in truth, in the spirit of good, in the knowledge of good, and in the doing of good I abide, and I am reassured and comforted. It is to me as though malice were not, and hatred had vanished away. Lust is confined to the nethermost darkness. It hath no way in truth's transcendent light. Pride is broken up and dissolved, and vanity is melted away as a mist. I have set my face towards the perfect good, and my feet in the blameless way, and because of this I am consoled. I am strengthened and comforted, having found refuge in truth. The way is dark and difficult to follow.
Rise is the way of the wrong. Eyes in the gaze when we talk. Rise from the stage, from the flame, from the mind to the same to the street. As long as I land on my feet. Rise is the way. Rise is the way of the wrong. Eyes in the gaze when we talk. Rise from the stage, from the flame, from lines in the sand to the street. As long as I land on my feet.
The way is dark and difficult to follow. Point out to me now the righteous way.
Rise is the way of the wrong. Eyes in the gaze when we talk. Rise from the stage, from the flame, from the mind to the sand to the street. As long as I land on my feet. Rise is the way. Rise is the way of the wrong. Eyes in the gaze when we talk. Rise from the stage, from the flame, from lines in the sand to the street. As long as I land on my feet. Brainiac dum-dums bust the scientific.
You check the flow, I pour righteous, and I might just teach you, reach your point.
Listen, hear it, don't fear it, as it comes. Realize where we stand here. Use it as a vessel to navigate and steer. Listen, hear it, don't fear it, as it comes. Realize where we stand here. Use it as a vessel to navigate and steer. Listen, hear it, don't fear it, as it comes. Realize where we stand here. Use it as a vessel to navigate and steer. Listen, hear it, don't fear it, as it comes. Realize where we stand here. Use it as a vessel to navigate and steer.
Stand up, son of light, and put on the garment of righteousness.
Design your destiny, ensures to choose whatever for the road you take and the way you travel. Mystery, exodus at full throttle, cause it's vital to achieve your order, not confined to any borders.
Open up the gates to the mysteries of enlightenment for a diligent initiate who seeks a king of righteousness, inviting selfless service like the divine mother to help my sisters and brothers pierce through the covers. That's why day and night I study what the prophets write to return to the heights of supernal lights. Open up the gates to the mysteries of enlightenment for a diligent initiate who seeks a king of righteousness, inviting selfless service like the divine mother to help my sisters and brothers pierce through the covers. That's why day and night I study what the prophets write, then return to the mic with supernal light.
Cause of the righteousness on my side.
It's vital that you follow my path that is spiral. If you choose to come follow each step I guide you with, don't sleep or you'll miss.
I'm a general and fight for the cause of the righteous resolve. Telling all y'all it's time to stand tall. Come on.
Divide and conquer, that's the model, this role model, but doesn't go with what's inside my soul, so I don't follow. I walk my own path and keep my own pace and feel great when I relate to people in that same state. Divide and conquer, that's the model, this role model, but doesn't go with what's inside my soul, so I don't follow. I walk my own path and keep my own pace and feel great when I relate to people in that same state.
Control the road
road that I walk on, and everything that I hop on, and where I'm playing my part on. The game I place is my stages, and in my head remain ageless, with written names but no faces. Control the road that I walk on, and everything that I hop on, and where I'm playing my part on. The game I place is my stages.
I've never seen the righteous seeking handouts.
I walk the road of justice and morality.
I try my best to set an example, saying hype lyrics over hip-hop samples.
And motivate and keep me awake and always move. And motivate and keep me awake and always move. And motivate and keep me awake and always move.
And motivate and keep me awake and always move.
And continue on my journey.
Let your inner eye produce a clear picture and see why the power of the sunlight bother them. Cause Allah let Yaku father them. Sheikh Antadir Imhotep is the tradition in which I step.
Presenting myself as a man, equipped for righteousness, to disconnect your psychic curse, because it's not a gift, dividing the accurate from the misguided. I power drive you through your thick skull to get inside it. Then I'll set up stage, hit the lights and open shop in your brain with my music, cause I entertain thoughts as understanding evolves. And the mist is all, I'm as naked as the truth when time reveals.
A negative force test my vital points. Now I'm off target, heartless, treading through troubled waters. Life flows appearing out of order. Dreams become slaughter. Denial was my artificial pleasure, like marijuana. As I bask in the land of the lost, in dual wars with grim thoughts unbalanced. For any challenge I face, victory rapidly deflates. As hard times set the pace, trace my soul and use the blue, urging me to stay out of tune, on path to rhythm.
Always search the self for the rhythm. The rhythm. All paths lead to me, adrift on holy waters of your former recollections and now dim reflections of the dreamt and the love, shoved deep into past tense with a side cast zen. I wait for your remembrance. I wait for you to listen for me in the suckles, sighs, cries of fresh-made, brown-shaded babes played over ancient chants of the black-fisted soldier, and to feel me in the tremors under the covers of diasporan original lovers, and to see me in the wind-blown sands of the Sudan and swift motherland hips and drips of sun rays and rain, to know me once again. Rhythm, my name.
Foul lifestyles made me gain a thirst for change, so I dug deep inside of self to maintain. On a path to rhythm, peaking past religion, spiritual frame made my destination. Tell your wisdom, rise from the physical, read the mechanism, clicking like metronome ticks and repetition. I listen to its melodic inventions, replenish self-knowledge, hence balance, on to peace, realizing I kept the beat, on path to rhythm.
Always search the self for the rhythm. The rhythm. Scorch the force that lives negative in the soul. Grown cold. Hold on. Know that the path is never lost, only hidden. So always search the self for the rhythm.
Thou hast entered, O disciple, the path of righteousness.
Knowing about the path, let alone walking it, are two different things. This must be lived in action, and there's still so much more to unpack.
Knowledge shall be your lamp, and wisdom your guide. Righteousness shall be your everlasting protection.
What's up? How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah. Something like this. Check it out. I ain't getting any younger, but my hunger still grows. As I progress in age, I accumulate and expand on all that I know. This slick rendition of my cipher stand in position that I say with laughter. Allow me a second in your paradox to capture a perfect vision. Envision you in your favorite place, oblivious to race, hunger, money, and the fools that act funny style. You surrounded by the positive and the negative is miles away, entangled in its own shenanigans. Every breath is perfectly breathed and released from your abdomen. Think about the darkness you stabbing in to find a path. Consider that math calculated. Those hours you've concentrated have now paid off. You've turned hard times to soft. You've disconnected, rerouted, reassembled. Spotted those trying to infiltrate. If you couldn't remove those who infest, you simply relocate. You're so blessed with the ability to survive. Ain't you happy you're alive?
Near at hand and ready for investigation is the law of righteousness.
I don't think they know who they fucking with, but they about to find out.
Oh, word? Tell them about it, yo.
Nom de plume and star the FemC, and I heard that somebody got a problem with me. We can handle that with firearms and clap, or we can be peace. Neither would be deceased. Choosing the second option, that's what's really poppin'. Bigger fish to fry, you and ITY. I'm about these rhymes deep, some nights I don't sleep. Plans are taking over, acres of land and rovers. You can be conscious and still want shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that, just keep your mind intact. Focus on your goals, bring it from the soul. See what I was told, you gotta play your role. Never let them know what you really thinking. Keep your lips locked so your ship won't be sinking. You can have it all, long as you standing tall. It's either ball or brawl, until you hit the wall. Know your limitations, then eradicate them. Humbleness and patience, politic with the ancients.
See, it's the music that awakes within us when we're reminded by the sounds of the tones that ride the heartbeat. As long as you breathe, there will be music in your life. Sound traveling at the speed of light. Cerebrals are people who see through all this matrix type realism. Not only is there lesson involved, you can feel rhythm when we speak. Some say it's deep, I say it's speech. The people in the streets is who we going to reach. Sometimes my thoughts confuse the mass, that's not intended. Jewels is something that's recommended in my circle. Reality can hurt you. Get your life together is what I'm hearing when I'm swearing that I'm building an empire. Conflicts transpire all over the internet. One little side black off the top in 1 millisecond. Start a fem, flip off the top in 1 millisecond. And y'all, we ain't even finished yet, you know?
This holy alignment, animals like waters, whether this ancient environment, advanced intellect, I approach from the diamonds, chosen one poses of them, check our projects. Mono from the skies, keep 1,000 lives. The desert road cover offered to suffer like 1,000 brides. Clocking the time into a cynical miracle when it's happening. new belief in sacred rituals, supernatural being with lyrical preachings like projectiles. Your mind is just starting to see the world riches system in potential with the prison.
The light on the road is right, the riches is never stole. You need to take one step at a time. You better stay tough as you grow. The light on the road is right, the riches is never stole. You need to take one step at a time. You better stay tough as you grow.
Taking one step at a time, perfecting the rhyme, training no slack in the ground, a crack in design, fate it'll happen and down. That's my weapon against demons attacking the mind. I'm a first grade round, spit a dime, hitter still trying to find the divine picture through all of these signs. The lyricist, every time I rap I give your ear a kiss with ancient wisdom written in the hieroglyphs. Just know the road gets tougher as you near your bliss, and that your perception of another's where the mirror is. And if you're shooting for the stars, you can never miss. We gon' meet again in the land where forever lives.
The riches is never stolen. You need to take one step at a time. You better stay uptight. The light on the road is right, the riches is never stolen. You need to take one step at a time. You better stay tough as you grow. The light on the road is right, the riches is never stolen. You need to take one step at a time. You better stay tough as you grow.
Yo, this one is on some real shit. It's This House Productions. Special blend. Blast off.
I wrote this rhyme to the beat, wrote my life to the street. Heat hammer for my metronome, you never catch me sleep. But dreams keep coming, ice locusts telling me from the grave not to trust these snakes, they enemies to me. Cold sweats when I'm blacking out, I'm acting out my past. Clapping shots they happen to get us in some shit before we pass. Man, it's like he chose to die, so one of us could live, one of us could have a life, while the other did a bid. And it's a cold day in prison, trust me, wisdom's got a price. I've seen it happen, inmates crying for another chance at life, another chance to get it right. Maybe to hit the lick precise, maybe to never do the crime at all, to have the square life. But no regrets for me, cause destiny is cold. No respect for the thugs that don't live by the code. And it's step before dishonor, so I take this on myself, and I leave this one behind just to let you know it's real. When I had nothing in my life, I still had something to give, something left to say if I didn't get to live. This is life music, and even if it's just the end, this is my music, and I'ma never trade it in. So many problems in my day-to-day, so in this game I had to find a different way to play this life music. And even if this is the end, it's my music, my soul living with me since I began. Well, as a youngster, yo, I thought I'd do exactly how my life would go, but never realizing that life was so unpredictable. It hit me like a ton of bricks falling, just for the fun of it, calling me out my name like all you manning up, all in the name of teaching me lessons. I'm more than obsessing, stressing my extra professing to me she's with child, and that it's a blessing. And I know what the outcome is, it's going down for sure. The option not to keep it wasn't there, we've been through that before. And showing up, she said she's having it, no ifs, ands, or gluteuses. It's only right I hold it down and be a man and do my duty. This is my responsibility, really the fault is on me. That's what I give it, this infertility, silly me. But I thank God for this gift that he's given me, a brand new life that I could teach about music. Cause music is life, you can choose it, love it, live it, and use it. Therefore I middle named her after Nina, dipped her in holy water. So lay a Simone, my daughter, a constant joy to a father. When I had nothing in my life, I still had something to give, something left to say if I didn't get to live. This is life music, and even if it's just the end, this is my music, and I could never trade it in.
So many problems in my day-to-day, so in this game I have to find a different way to play this life music. And even if it's just the end, it's my music, my soul, they've been with me since I began. Damn right, partner, yeah, this mic controls my life. Whenever I grab a spit, grammatical tactics, it's like day and night. Remember back in the day, when I knew I had the talent, faced with many challenges and obstacles, remaining balanced on the scale of life. But I don't wanna slip to the right side, fall, then look to the left, see there's nobody left. I'm out of time, I'm out of rhymes, my lifespan seems to be ending. But then again, I'm still here, and my music I'm lending, I'm sending a message to the masses. Take this and grasp it. Use this music to get through it and overstand it. Cause we've been working hard here for a minute, and I'll be damned if I ain't at the top before I'm finished. Pops tried to hold me back cause he ain't make it in life. At 55, I'm still teaching him how to read and to write. Despite the tough times, I'm still spitting my raps and yelling, stay strong, my mood. I'm Soldier Cop, one in the back. When I had nothing in my life, I still had something to give, something left to say if I didn't get to live. This is life music, and even if it's just the end, this is my music, and I'ma never trade it in.
So many problems in my day-to-day, so in this game I had to find a different way to play this life music. And even if this is the end, it's my music, my soul, they've been with me since I began. Come on.
Stand up, son of light, and put on the garment of righteousness. Rejoice and enter the glad way of holiness. Open thine eyes and behold the glory of truth. Thou hast been patient and enduring.
We gon' be alright, we gon' be okay as long as I say what I mean and mean what I say. No need to get down on your knees and pray. If you got knowledge yourself, then ain't no need to be afraid. We were slaves, now we walking on this golden road we paved, but I still see the evil ways of mankind. Stand by, watch me kill the competition in a landslide. Ha, baby justice died in a miscarriage. Lies how they mischaracterized and disparaged. Why we all die, so I'ma live it to the limit and hang by. Yeah, I write songs that keep the lights on. You can see me in my zone out on the horizon. Keep your eyes on the prize. Realize it's like with 3 eyes when we rise and fire. My inner light shines whenever I write rhymes. It's a shot going out in the dark to light minds. It's time we get to it, for you to get into it. As dark as the night gets, the sun gon' shine through it in the day. We gon' work it out. Make you work it out. I can do it without your dudes. Buckle your seatbelts. We about to cruise at high altitudes. I found a fountain of youth. Leave it to me to be living proof and to be heated repeatedly. Out of the vast void, we come shining on that ass like an asteroid. When we crash the boards, the sun don't chill, and neither do I. While my full potential is unknown still, I got leaky faucets and empty closets, but I'ma do my thing regardless. With God as my witness, this shit is spiritual fitness. I crunch and push up, meditation, calisthenics. I write songs that keep the lights on. You can see me in my zone out on the horizon. Keep your eyes on the prize. Realize we're singing with 3 eyes when we rise to fire. My inner light shines whenever I write rhymes. It's a shot going out in the dark to light minds. It's time we get to it, for you to get into it. As dark as the night gets, the sun gon' shine through it in the day. We gon' work it out, we can work it out. You see my beacon blinking, I'm so unique in freaking phrases. We going through phases, but we bringing it back to the beginning. I'm accurate with it when I spit it. You gon' know it's that true and living natural rhythm that we live into. See what I'm saying? Cause this shit I spit is visual. Watch how I display it with the way I got the crowd obeying. We make them go crazy, erupt into an ovation. My mic, breath control, blazing. These other rappers be cupping the mic and they show so lazy. How amazed was I to be the sun rays that shine through the crowd of buffoons that cloud the stage. I write songs to keep the lights on. You can see me in my zone out on the horizon. Keep your eyes on the prize. Realize it's singing with 3 eyes when we rise for fire. My inner light shines whenever I write rhymes. It's a shot going out in the dark to light minds. It's time to get to it, for you to get into it. As dark as the night, the sun gon' shine through it in the day. I'ma have my day in the sun when we work this thing out, you know. These suckers be hating on the game, jumping on stage, rapping over their own vocal track and shit. Throwing the rules straight out the window. You know, I don't get down like that. I'm like the young silver lining in the dark cloud, hovering over the head of hip-hop.
Greetings for me to you. Josh Siri is my crew. A 97 brings to you You say you want rhymes, we bring you dope rhymes. You asking for the time, there is no better time. Do you control your mind? Can you control your time, or is it hard for you to see what's in front of you and me? Yo, come on. I'll be your captain on this musical journey ride. Make the other MCs hide, afraid to step inside. Take a super step up and place your order. You're out of order, reorder. Body parts for the mission. Eternal vision, spiritual step in your direction. Jaw capabilities as a me. Who me? I be a MC free, a chemical lie, protected, respected, and always guided by the light. Sunlight, moonlight, starlight. First sight was seen, so the mission was sprung. Get the job well done, or keep on serving them well. How long will it be before my people rebel? Until then, I'm physically trapped in hell. Only time will tell, only time will tell. But my time was took from the crook who constantly takes from we. And in this day and time, the whole world will see that time keeps slipping, and you're wishing you can find your way. But if you're time and a half again. I keep on punching the clock, but the clock ain't meant for me to win. As I begin, let's we start off by saying to the lady, hey shady lady, we shady ladies, nah, shady lady. We rips microphones, no contest, come now, Samson S at best. I see my competition not to be another MC, but that plantation mental type slavery. I know the stage is high and it's do or die, but the cause you die for is silly. Or really, you could say to me that money makes your world go round. But what's that world of no love and happiness can't be found? Push, interrupted by disputes within self. Too many bless their flesh so their souls can't rest. Worldwide supremacy's my biggest enemy, but the biggest hypocrisy lies in the streets where we all meet.
My light is shining in my pathway.
Moonlight, starlight, eternal sunlight.
Sing.
Time keeps living, and you're wishing you can find your way. But if you're ready, keep it steady and keep it steady and whatever.
But without mastering cosmic law, you are doomed to fail. Realize that self-actualized individuals are going to be defined by a life mission.
Understand the laws of correspondence and causality.
The armor of righteousness. The armor of righteousness is the magnetic field. It is that which defends us against not only the visible corruptions of nature, but the invisible oppressions which surround us.
One understands that he causes much of his own suffering needlessly. Second, he looks for the reasons for this in his own life. To look is to have confidence in one's own ability to end the suffering. Finally, a wish arises to find a path to peace. For all beings desire happiness. All wish to find their purer selves.
I know it's possible. My obstacles I overcome, trying to help you do the same with my voice over drums, knowing some may never get the point, knowing some may never get the point, knowing some May never get the point, but go ahead and roll that joint while you listen to this disc. Get ready for the lift while I let my mind drift and you can follow suit. But remember, bad habits tend to swallow loot like rugrats. So do you want to feed your kids or puff sacks? Shouldn't even be a question, no, you wouldn't see me stressing if I had a mouth to feed. Catch me at Mickey D's with a fat ounce of weed, flipping big sacks and Big Macs. Know it might sound ill, but I do it on the real, bringing new meaning to the words, extra value meal. Me, I hustle to the stop, so I never push a mop, cause I'm way too defiant. Catch me with the same clients when I'm large like Lane Bryant. Go ahead and try it, she might say yes. Dinner in a movie, she might undress, but probably not, cause Monica is hot and she don't get down on the first night. I bet she would if she had a chance to peep with Merce right. Do a remix, make sure the verse tight, take her home and beat them up like it was my birthright. This music helps to ease my pain, the stress and strife that cloud my brain. Without it, I might go insane. This righteous life I lead in vain. This righteous life I lead in vain. The music helps to ease the pain, the stress and strife that clouds your brain. Without it, you might go insane. This righteous life we lead in vain. Angel of mine, in the clutch I'm strangling time. Do it right so it pays down the line. Too precise when I lay down my rhymes. I'm putting tracks to sleep and use caution if the wax is weak, cause it might just combust when I slap that heat on the turntables. Might even burn labels as I melt in the sound, and it's felt all around like a blind man going out on a date and finally gets to second base. Me, I got a bad case of staying on the road, sleeping any place, no pillow for my face. Then I use my tape case. You claim you paid dues but just stepped in the race. Need to ask my advice, but you want a mean mug when you all in my face. Kinda feeling like Mace. You don't like me. Is it cause you can't outright me? Got served on stage, now you wanna fight me, but I really don't think you wanna take it to that point, cause I got Miss City's finest surrounded a joint. Don't gotta make a sign, all I have to do is point and the drama will follow. But that's not what I need. I wanna get keyed and proceed to the tale with the girl that swallows. Get the point? This music helps to ease the pain, the stress and strife that clouds your brain. Without it, you might go insane. This righteous life we lead in vain. This music helps to ease the pain, the stress and strife that clouds your brain. Without it, you might go insane. This righteous life we lead in vain. This righteous life we lead in vain. The righteous brothers we lead in vain. What righteous life we serve no vain. Righteous life we lead in vain.
Now, when it comes to cosmic law, this is for everyone, despite whatever the fuck you are doing in life. No one, not even the gods and goddesses themselves, can get away from cosmic law. And thus, to attain personal excellence of this kind that sets you apart from others, you have to know this first before you can really start to learn how to actually know thyself. And see, listen, I'm going to speak about what it actually means to be a superior individual. And the idea that some people are superior to others would offend the modern taste to the idea that we are all equal. There are winners in this world and there are losers. And the fact remains to the truth that equality will forever only serve the mundane existence. And see, many have confused the idea of equal rights with equal worth. Just because every individual has natural rights and needs to be treated equally in context to cosmic law, it does not mean that every individual possesses the same worth, or drive, or passion, or purpose. And for anyone that really knows the difference, this is self-evident. You could recognize that the potential for greatness is there, but you have to take it within yourself and actualize.
It's like there's just too much going on to keep my eyes focused on the dawn. It's gonna take a lifetime to organize my mind so I can travel on the path of the divine. Frozen and ice cold, frigid, Antarctic market, heat seeking, lyrics speaking directly for my target, melting the polar caps. Perhaps the synapse gap was separated like the Klondike mountain spike. I won't fail to point you out like a stalactite, but a stalagmite, aim the wrong direction, make a connection with the sub-zero hero, aloe black, taking assumptions cause no one cannot compare no other rap, symbolizing in the winter, enter Sandman with the plan, snowflakes cause an avalanche on a human ranch in Japan. Can you stand the reign and terror that I impose, like the Inquisition in Spain, torturing my worst foes? And so So I pose a statue of perfection like the Pope. There remains no hope from blasphemy's catastrophe. Who's after me? Trying to shine like Aurora Borealis. Northern lights strike like watercolors on the night sky. So why ask the task will mask you like Lucifer? 40 pounds of plutonium sent to Jupiter. Written in the scripture of the cold era. I can't see clearer. The rain is still coming nearer. It's like there's just too much going on to keep my eyes focused on the dawn. It's gonna take a lifetime to organize my mind so I can travel on the path of the divine. It's like there's just too much going on to keep my eyes focused on the dawn. It's gonna take a lifetime to organize my mind so I can travel on the path of the divine. It's so hard to say goodbye to the French fry, but that shit would've just killed me anyway. Don't be a slave to society's living grave, reacting like a microchip injected clone with no mind of your own and still alone. They say life is a test, but it's more like an experiment, so we live in fear of it. Sponsored by the government, I raise my voice to revolt against the occult and establishment, but 85% who exist can't handle it, and only 15% understanding of that. Only 1/3 have the common decency to give back. I symbolize the hop side of rap because the hip side is whack. Trendy MCs glorifying all the things that they lack. Aloe black, representative of all life forms. Amoebas to homo sapiens, calm seas to storms, chaos to the norm. Conforming only to my reality, subject to human life, the fallacies. It's like there's just too much going on to keep my eyes focused on the dawn. It's gonna take a lifetime to organize my mind so I can travel on the path of the divine. It's like there's just too much going on to keep my eyes focused on the dawn. It's gonna take a lifetime to organize my mind so I can travel on the path of the divine. It's like there's just too much going on to keep my eyes focused on the dawn. It's gonna take a lifetime to organize my mind so I can travel on the path of the divine. It's like there's just too much going on to keep my eyes focused on the dawn. It's gonna take a lifetime to organize my mind so I can travel on the path of the divine.
Having become naked, he will be clothed with righteousness.
For the people, what we move the crowd. You combine the self and just react on style. And for what you light or what you lost at time. S for the script that I spit called rhyme. E for what you get in this external mind. We dig in your mind and grab what you can't find. Hey, provide the beat while I go line for line. Yo, it's a road less traveled. Lonely hard guy with many wanna bump, but they can't even start five. The smart, live, intelligent, the world's my archive. I break the laws of music just to raise the bar high. To me, this is the playground, and now I got a shot. It is a baby's first word being pops. It means a lot. It means that I'm gonna be another that your ass never forgot. Fantasy and Tanzania, black, the rhythm never stops. As long as there's a pulse inside my arm to signal cross direction while my lyrics speak a charm. That's lucky, cause props go as crops doing farms. Else me to remember this one, open which I swore. The life that I chosen, rare words are spoken. People are open to expression and such. It wasn't lyrics I perfected while you mastered the Dutch, and while I'm the shit, your MC such and such. It's for the people, what we move the crowd. You combine the self and just react on style. And for what you light or what you lost at time. S for the script that I spit called rhyme. E for what you get in this external mind. We dig in your mind and grab what you can't find. Hey, provide the beat while I go line for line. Beats go with your grind, but keep your pulse in mind. They say that things gotta change. I threw a bucket of it to the sky to see the change rain. But yo, some think the same old thing. And I don't wanna preach a good word when I sing. Now follow me. I speak with the pulse to a girl with an arch like a bishop magic mind. But to her, she kinda smart, make her heart dart and find that it is bored at apart. But love makes a march like a month when it starts. And you march to the rhythm of the heart, to the pulse, to the beat, to the street, to the movie as a child. And find that you even got a style that is wild. Flourishing through nourishment, following your purpose and the pulse. So these ideas I never circumvent. Yo, it's a high road that made me through the turbulence fall. Feeling hurt from it and turn to the church and shit. Think I'll be converting this brother who was learning this life. You gotta work with it before you think deserting it. Through frustrated times, I don't make a track, I murder it. Yo, it's more poetic. You ever heard of it? My brother move, yeah, just keep on serving it. Just react on style. And for what you light or what you lost at time. S for the script that I spit called rhyme. E for what what you get in this external mind. Dig in your mind and grab what you can't find. Hey, provide the beat while I go line for line. Beats go with your grind, but keep your pulse in mind. Pulsating. Pulsating. Pulsating.
On life's journey from the point where I'm at. Peace to everyone I know and who I go way back with. Every pimp, every Mac, every gangster to jack, every hustler feeding babies, anybody pro-black. Every sister raising kids without the help of a dad, wanting for their children all the things that they never had. Educate, keep learning, got a question asked, and let your light keep shining and remember the past. By any means necessary, we'll be free at last. We keep embellishing upon the new uncharted path, expressing what we see and how we comprehend the math. So there's enough for everyone, we gotta make it last. We gotta make it last, we gotta make it last.
I'm a full-grown man with a messed up past, one of the last ones staying on the right path.
Just one man who'll last with my outlaw sidekicks. Ride without a mask, have you tried this?
Delivering the righteousness to bless your soul with. Utilize this vocal vessel with the lyrics I spit.
Master of your circumference, bring the spirit from what's seen by the eye. Slaves suffering, a man of death must be led by the righteous and wise. This is for the people, infinite walks of light.
One big room with lots inside. Let your inner light shine. Break down.
Real cool. The open-minded see this. Real cool. A positive change. Real cool. The open-minded see this. Because it's clear. Real cool. Make them think it is what it ain't.
If I could show you, you would never leave it. Never. And if I could show you, you would never leave it. Never. And if I could show you, you would never leave it. Never. And if I could show you, you would never leave it. Never.
I only trust natural laws and follow intuition. Not man-made flaws, I involve non-fiction. You know what it is, for everybody out there in the struggle. I know you're trying to get yours, so I'm trying to get mine. You gotta tell them sometimes people perceive things, you know. Sometimes it's hard.
Some people will lie and some people will fake. Brothers make dying machines, they will break. Homies might hate, girls some just take. You must trust yourself.
I got patience and time is on my side. Plus the cause of the righteousness on my side.
Skip and run, jump and fly. We can get there if we try. By and by, by and by.
Babylon, that you not grab a straw off a flout. Think you have to sing, boy. Righteousness from me mouth, so last you say, real Ethiopians real. Babylon, you are the only real.
Information, universal laws in line. The true guidelines actually right or wrong in real time. Yeah. Welcome, check it out.
The righteous walk alone. I keep stepping on the humble till the peace I will make my home. You know? Yeah. It's a long road to go.
And in his brother's righteous mind, he would never lose his soul.
May all your principles and rules repel.
Overall innovation, I stand, a fountain of youth, sovereignty. 1,000 syllables more than a pound of flesh. A deep breath of achievement, a dream and a wake-up call. Another hall of the quest. On this I stand, a letter to civilization. On this I stand, the purity of creation. On this I stand, a paradigm for self. On this I stand, a thank you for your help.
Recognizing and connecting every righteous soul. This is the kind of
Another reason we face this as humans is the fact that most dedicate their lives into fitting in with the herd. And again, seems to be only a relative few that dedicate and cultivate an uncommon purpose and produce a work of exceptional value and worth and proceed upon a path in pursuit of personal greatness, irrespective of the applause or the approval of the bullshit opinions of those that have not actualized whatsoever.
1971, c'est elle qui m'a ouvert les yeux. Elle m'a donné une conscience avant même que je ne sois consciencieux. La lumière, l'espace, l'instinct de survie, les sensations, la dimension et l'âme qui m'habitent aujourd'hui. Dans mon esprit, cauchemar, et sur mon corps, souffrance. Bref, la route sera longue et je n'aurai pas trop de cinq sens. Oui, vue, odorat, goût, toucher. C'est dur de la connaître sans jamais pouvoir la toucher. Chaque nuit, moment de nostalgie. J'imagine qu'elle me regarde et puis doucement elle me dit: je suis parallèle à l'enfer, tu dois te maintenir. Tiens bon, ton chemin n'est pas tracé mais ta destinée c'est la mission. Donc pour aller au but j'ai le choix. Et pour y parvenir le jugement est ma seule croix. Mon seul pouvoir, mon seul fardeau. Un jour elle me montre une belle jeune fille et elle me dit: c'est ça le beau et vain, le bien et puis le mal. La musique, les femmes, les déceptions sentimentales. Un monde froid, un monde chelou. Un monde peuplé de chiens enragés tout autour de nous. Hiver glacial suivi d'un été meurtrier. Un équilibre universel, rien ne se perd, tout se récupère. La vie est parallèle à l'enfer, mais la tienne et la mienne sont convergentes, donc que faut-il faire? Fixer le mal en un point précis, si bien que c'est en cercle que se dessineront nos vies.
C'est elle qui m'a ouvert les yeux, rendu mes parents fiers et heureux. Tant mieux pour eux, autant pour moi. Elle m'a prise dans ses bras et né un MC. Je lui vous corps et âme, pris d'un amour sans répit. J'ai appris ce que signifiait adorer, faire le bien dorénavant pour la garder à mes côtés à jamais. J'ai emprunté sous son regard des chemins d'infortune, plongé dans un gouffre quand il fait noir égard et je m'assume. Elle est mère de mes rêves, mes joies, mes peines, des sentiments auxquels je ne croyais plus. Le goût d'un extrême, chaude comme une flamme, froide dans les plus grandes angoisses, triste. Me verse autant que le flot des vagues quand elle inspire à ma musique. Grâce à elle aujourd'hui, la compassion m'envahit. Le plaisir et l'empire des sens aussi, merci. Le don de procréer, fonder une famille, me mettre clean reste difficile. Je pense de façon tranquille. Il faudra bien qu'un jour elle me rappelle à l'ordre, reprendre ce qui lui est dû après tant d'années vécues. Vie hardcore et vie paisible parfois. C'est vrai qu'on a besoin des deux pour acquérir l'estime de soi et de son prochain. Pour voir plus loin, c'est écrit sur les lignes de la main au bout du chemin.
La vie est parallèle à l'enfer, mais la tienne et la mienne sont convergentes, donc que faut-il faire? Fixer le mal en un point précis, si bien que c'est en cercle que se dessineront nos vies.
Even now, though thou seest it not, my light is shining on thy pathway.
Patents of Satan, black magic practice. Don't say the name backwards, or 3 times the beast shall climb out of the pit. Apocalypse, opposite of good. He walks with hooves, she talks to wolves. Feather in her hair from a falcon. Chief swimming bear spoke from a mountain. Savage grace, planet of the apes, abandoned from space. Landed in his place, reopened Kennedy's case. Centuries erased, CIA mistakes, heartaches. That arch fake, Mona Lisa, nah, that's Omen features. Roman with visas, Vatican preachers, Baphomet seekers, blasphemous teachers. Grim Reaper, my pen squeeze buds. A reefer, so roll one up in your dome and smoke a bone to the most prolific speaker.
Time lapse of sky maps, hummingbirds dance in a mineral bath.
In the great collapse, where its karma created a path related man to daily struggle. It's a deadly attack, caught in the bubble between the light and the black. I'm writing this track, words flying off the back and laid in my lap. The connection of the verbs and the wax is how I relax, how to relate, infiltrate the minds of the greats, assimilating with the times and state. Yet always staying true to my place in the lines of the slate, replacing ignorance with wisdom in the times of the hate. Taste the brilliance in the vision, peel the spines of the state. Witness the illness from the breeze, catch our minds wide awake. Always open to the notions intertwined in our face. Focused only on the potions that remind us of plates where beauty permeated tapes through the grimiest crates.
The great reality is a stainless heart, an enlightened understanding, a soul whose perfect peace is not disturbed. By the practice of righteousness only can the great reality be known. He alone can perceive it who controls himself. He alone can enter it who purifies himself. He alone can abide therein who is free from all sin. In the great reality, all religions and philosophies culminate. They meet here and then vanish away. For there is no division in the great reality. Strife and unrest cannot enter there.
Sometimes I feel so many days wasted, chased the meaningless for miles and ended up with nothing. Unknowingly cold, selfishness my home. Did many things that I would one day live to regret. Thought that I knew it all, but I didn't know a thing. Yo solo se que no se nada, still I did my best. We fall, we get up, we fall again. And this world has brought me to my knees, till you brought me to my knees. Because of you I rise, I close my eyes and I see what I was, I see who I become. I see your light, it shines through all the darkness and dimensions. It shines on the worthy and the wretched. All that it takes is repentance and acceptance. Tell all the lost souls that your love is salvation. The meaning is for miles. Turn my back on you and all the while you still love me. Chase the meaningless for miles. Ended up with nothing, you still welcome me with open arms. Chase the meaningless for miles. And ended up with one thing. Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Your love is salvation. Yeah. Sometimes I feel as if we're walking in sands of cement. Through the suffering and tears, do we have what it takes to go the distance? No more delays or hesitation. And with you, we can withstand it all. And with you, we can rise above. Born to overcome, it's you I draw my strength from. Show me how to live in patience, how to live in love. The definition of true freedom. Under the scorching sun, ain't nothing new. Still we like to pretend. It's up and down, it's round and round and back again. Till the cycle brings us to our knees. And we're ready to receive your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. What? Your love is salvation, the meaningless for miles.
Righteousness and love shall be my protection.
Chase the meaningless for miles.
Even in the highest will I take my refuge.
He's looking too hard towards what's left behind. He can't believe peace exists with all this shit on his mind. State of chaos really, but almost everything's fine. Can't shake the feeling, something's reaching out from the inside. Shapes linger in a hovering realm, not far from home, but home's not really still the safe zone. Why is it I feel so alone? Guess probably cause I give my own self a collateral on what I own. The sun harbors behind the most electric cloud. In a sentence, he can sense it's omnipresence. What animates his legends? He didn't have a name yet, went dressed as quintessence of what he thinks he knows of his essence. Still just lessons, cause they never lessen. Always pay for themselves with more and more questions. Some gems are semi-precious, others full of acceptance. Fuck the preface, I'm here to see it clear what the step is. They're just jealous, cause they're not attending the letters. I hold propellers lift me from the grip of pressures. I'd like to be whole. Lord, show me where it enters, make me strong as a fortress. Hordes of gorgeous, heartless mortals on on a tour bus. Oh, they're so porous and too callous. He gives him the shirt off his back, he lacks balance. His love absorbs the horrors. His heart wants the sun, just the moon of pewter from the future going numb. His instruments miss his fingers as they played his hero. Gravity circumnavigating carefree from the factors weighing on his factory. That activation or the dust that is ancient. Saying,
are those hands taking something away, or are they giving? As long as they belong to those in his heart, he's not tripping. If being there for those he loves comes at the cost of Langolier attrition, he walked the earth a mere figment, but still kicking. Cause no matter how much of him disappears under these conditions, that absence can never overshadow what appears within him. So although he shattered, his shards lost in the atmospheric distance. What blossoms from the fragments he provides is his mirror image. For while the sound of a soul being fed is imperceptible, he's here to listen. That's music to his ears when all he hears is prison. Perhaps the reason he's so empty is cause he's everywhere, and the parts of him that's missing make up worlds of which he's unaware, on top of those with which he consciously chose to share. If he suffers loss for such a gain, that's more than fair. Sacrifice is how a world's repaired. Too bad the species isn't more prepared to truly care. That's why he speaks of evolution, cause genuine compassion is acutely rare. That's why he's standing there stranded in a fugue like stare. Cause if no one else gives of themselves, then we're ultimately doomed to despair. But that sad reality is not enough for him to lack his own modality. He'll do his part even if in so doing he's the only star in that specific galaxy. So as he crumbles, he takes solace in the fact that as he decays, something far more beautiful outside of him can be sustained. Clouds made of such dust precipitate such peaceful rain. Despite how much of him's extinguished, Morgana's fingers protect his meager flame. Her ever-presence drives its light to never reach a grave. That particular fire will rage despite the grief of age. Love will always burn inside him, so he remains.
And he who comes to it is filled with peace. Thou who wouldest understand the great reality, thou who wouldest enter it and know its peace, seek the one behind the many, seek the silence behind the noise, seek truth behind self, seek for that which is holy and peace-giving, which abides.
Thank you, Lord, for giving me more than what I've asked for and keeping me on that path towards greatness. Even though I may resist and our relationship gets distant, I know that when I'm speaking you still listen. So thank you, Lord, for giving me more than what I've asked for and keeping me on that path towards greatness. Cause even though I may resist and our relationship gets distant, I know that when I'm speaking you still listen. My generation's full of gaps, it's hard for me to try to make the bridge. Sometimes where I wanna go, I don't wanna have to take the kids or consider what tape it is I'm playing in the car. Think it'll make them turn out bad is like saying we already are. I feel it'll balance out as long as we provide and guide them with tools to make decisions. For now we be deciding, sometimes it means denying requests we don't see needed, and showing them there's consequences to wrong actions repeated, helping them not get defeated by the test to come. Scolding ain't rejecting them, long as you hold them when the lesson's done. They need us to lead and to keep directing them, give them space to make mistakes while we're still correcting them, connecting them to a path of success. Be stressed, responsibilities a test, hard to know what's best, from the way that they dress to the things they express. Their identity starts entering and begins to reflect respect in all the values that we inject. Feeling the morals not be plural causes me to sometimes get upset, just cause I've seen what's next and know it too well. It's hard to raise your children towards heaven, moving through hell. I hope I choose well, not much room to misjudge, but they'll excel through faith, trusting with love. I help raise Shy from 2 months up till just a few months. I got a stepdaughter and soon come a new son. Don't know what I'm doing, sometimes it feels like I'm playing house, but I accept what's blessed, try my best and pray it counts. Lord, you're giving me more than what I've asked for and kept me on that path towards greatness. So even though I may resist and our relationship gets distant, I know that when I'm speaking you still listen. So thank you, Lord, for giving me more than what I've asked for and keeping me on that path towards greatness. Cause even though I may resist and our relationship gets distant, I know that when I'm speaking you still listen. See, God instructs you when you ignore it. He restricts you, you're rewarded with obstacles he knows that you can get through. Hard to always let that set my view and see past attitudes and wrong moves the devil says to react with. I be at bliss one moment, the next back to fighting off opponents within. I keep oppressed existing, be like death, hard to catch my breath due to cigarettes and too small amounts of my check. Wish I could bounce in a jet to where what counts is respect and integrity, but for now that place remains a memory. Sad but true, oh you're a dad too inside I wonder Do you struggle like I do too up on the under, battling with discipline, techniques, and philosophies? Applications constantly, ain't no time to research. Child psychology is it don't work when it's reversed. They be first, don't know how to care yet, just where to get what they want, and that they want you to get it for them. They counteract that boredom, plus we do more affording buy things that seem important, then become boring later. Forgetting everything we're getting really comes from the creator. Becoming greater is recognizing there's more, of putting that search first and making it your life's work. Becoming greater is recognizing there's more, and putting that search first and making it your life's work. Lord, you're giving me more than what I've asked for, and kept me on that path towards greatness. And even though I may resist and our relationship gets distant, I know that when I'm speaking you still listen. So thank you, Lord, for giving me more than what I've asked for, and keeping me on that path towards greatness. Cause even though I may resist and our relationship gets distant, I know that when I'm speaking you still listen. Thank you, I pay respect, thank you, and give you thank you. Every day, gotta remember who's above you. It's hard trying to just maintain. Try to figure out some strategies in this game. I try to aim, misfire. Don't know what's going on. I get tired, feel like retiring, but I can't. I gotta stay up and just keep firing.
In humility I found peace. In the practice of righteousness, truth was revealed.
C'est avec une autre langue qu'on va changer et avancer l'amour. C'est avec l'amour dans notre cœur qu'on devient de compris l'unité. On devient de compris le secret. C'est musique qui est dans le cœur de la monde, de la monde, de la monde.
With an alliance of love, wings from above, we take the flight of the dove, from the desert to the sea. We found a song to set you free, to one of the infinite blessings. Thanks we are given, from out of the ancient holy souls, love we are receiving. Mystic music momentum, keeps us rolling on and on. With an alliance of love, wings from above, we take the flight of the dove, from the desert to the sea. We found a song to set you free, to one of the infinite blessings. Thanks we are given, from out of the ancient holy souls, love we are receiving. Mystic music momentum, keeps us rolling on and on. Focus one aim, bring forth no shame. No one to blame, cause love is we game. And then to win these works, yo, when I sing for fame, just sit back into the rhythm and undo the pain. Move with the music and undo the strain. Receive the light, wisdom we gain. Step from stagnation and in truth we remain. Ay, blessings come forth like rain. Respect to the people that we be. All different kinds of flowers in the garden, you see. Same kind of root, hold up different tree. So bless the fusion sound ethnically. Culture expressed musically. Every sort of kind of vision felt inwardly. Center of the earth, sea to sea. We're healing up the mother and her family. Blessed love, we raising up the kingdom. I see the sun on the horizon. Angelic sun, she is rising. Collecting none of the prayers are done. Keeping alive the faith when our hope is gone. Uniting unseen realms of creation to the present moment from across the ocean. I sense the essence connecting in and moving on. Love alliance strong. Love alliance strong. Love alliance strong. Love alliance strong.
C'est maintenant qu'il est temps de l'unité et l'amour. On vous appelait la famille de l'arc-en-ciel. On vous appelait la famille de l'arc-en-ciel. On a besoin de vos mains. Maintenant est le temps de l'alliance d'amour qui vive, qui vit.
the strong, I walk alone, dreaming, listening to her singing her song, the balance bringing harmonious tidings as the sun is rising, supple and sweet, moonlight honey on my feet, as she comes rising, comes rising, comes rising.
Within alliance of love, wings from above, we take the flight of the dove, from the desert to the sea. We found a song to set you free. To out of the infinite blessings, thanks we are given, from out of the ancient holy souls, love we are receiving. Mystic music momentum keeps us rolling on and on. Within alliance of love, wings from above, we take the flight of the dove, from the desert to the sea. We found a song to set you free. To out of the infinite blessings, thanks we are given, from out of the ancient holy souls, love we are receiving. Mystic music momentum keeps us rolling on and on.
He will know both self and truth. All his works will prosper, for his acts will be righteous. His tongue will speak wisdom, for his heart will be pure. And where his feet have trodden, the flowers of love and peace will grow. He will refuse to dwell with unrighteousness, kindling the fire of inward knowledge, keeping bright and constant its flame, and feeding it with patient and loving sacrifice. Let a man burn up all that is perishable within him. Only thus will he find the imperishable. Let him eliminate the dross of error. Only thus will he discover the gold of truth.
Notes over the poetry. Through one's mind, mentally, spiritually, as self-realization and liberation determines one's path. And since you crossed my path, you are now part of me. Shared errancies we hold sacredly as one go through life's many uncertainties. Since you crossed my path, my views flow fluently through one's mind, and thought conception creates an exotic path that sways through all directions, unlimited intersections that we call society's environments, an adjacent continuum. Though minimal, derived through sovereignties and clients' lists, my soul consists of following the many intricacies of finding oneself, knowing that the ideal self will eventually keep erupting inside, wanting to proceed. And since you crossed my path, your values conform of me through self-realization, liberation, and justification. Increases internal motivation, moving effortlessly, obtaining self-efficacy. So my errant endeavors to self-fulfillment will make my path all worth the while as I gaze motionless with a smile. Since you crossed my path, you are now part of me. Since you crossed my path, my views flow fluently. Since you crossed my path, your values, they conform of me. Since you crossed my path, now my mind's complete. Since you crossed my path, my heart beats selflessly. In this realm of errancy, I've learned forbearances. Everything is clear to me, lucid transparencies. I'm as one with the leaves and trees. I breathe, I feel, I touch, I can heal. In this fear, my mind stays clear. I'm here, I'm finally here, free from intricate thoughts that may appear. Since you crossed my path, you are now part of me. My views flow fluently. Since you crossed my path, your values conform of me. My heart beats selflessly. Since you crossed my path, my mind moves effortlessly. As I increase self-efficacy. Since you crossed my path, my references increase socially. Since you crossed my path, now my soul's complete.
He has become one with truth and will no more wander. Unalterable in compassion, firmly established in righteousness, and steadfast in holiness. His heart thrills in unison with the heart of all. He knows the unending joy. He has found the heavenly peace. Having stooped to the lowest, he is exalted to the highest. Having conquered sin, he is crowned with holiness. Having crucified self, he is glorified by truth. Willing to be nothing, he has become all. Yielding up all things, he has become possessed of all. Giving his life, he is clothed with immortality. Altogether virtuous, he is altogether happy. Altogether righteousness, he is altogether blessed. Altogether pure, he is altogether peaceful. Beautiful in meekness, majestic in love, and invincible in innocence. He will manifest the ineffable. He will teach without words. No more troubled, no more tormented, no more afflicted. Arisen, awakened, healed, and made perfect. He has unveiled the face of the highest. He knows the great rest, the deep silence, the profound peace. In the light which knows no darkness he walks, and it casts no shadow on his pathway. Maintain thy calmness with all sides. Be just and speak truth. Act in gentleness, compassion, and charity. Be infinitely patient. Hold fast to love, and let it shape thy doing. Have goodwill to all without distinction. Think equally of all, and be disturbed by none. Be thoughtful and wise. Truth is established, and righteousness reigneth. There is joy for every sorrow. There is oil for every wound, and there is healing for every broken heart. Wisdom abides, love abides, compassion abides, truth abides. Therefore, sacrifice self. For self and all the things of self are perishable. They belong to the unreal. Awaken then out of thy dreaming. Disperse all thy shadows. Destroy all thine illusions, and thou shalt enter the great reality. Filled with peace, thou shalt dwell with the eternal harmonies. Filled with bliss, thou shalt sing the everlasting song, the song which thrills the spaces and the worlds. Thy song and mine thus shalt thou sing. I have made the acquaintance of the Master of Compassion. I have put on the garment of the perfect law. I have entered the realm of the great reality. Wandering is ended, for rest is accomplished. Pain and sorrow have ceased, for peace is entered into. Confusion is dissolved, for unity is made manifest. Error is vanquished, for truth is revealed. Blessed is he who has resolved to abandon self. Blessed is he who is pure. Blessed is he who has destroyed all his illusions. He has found the great reality at last. The universe is glad, for again the Master is revealed. The universe is glad, for again the law of good is expounded. The universe is glad, for again the great reality is comprehended. End of Part 3, The Divine Message.